have a dilemma when it comes to cozy games. I enjoy games where I can let my creativity run wild, but not if it gets in the way of other goals. If it's a choice between sacrificing resources to expand my Coral Island farm or buy a nifty new rug, I will continue to rock the same tired furniture I started with to progress the game forward. I was never a Twilight girly. By the time those novels got on my radar, I was old enough to be reading paranormal romances from authors like Kresley Cole, so I like me a romantic vampire yarn. The spicier the better. When I heard about My Eerie Lair, my heart jumped. It promised to be a game that combined a tight focus on interior decorating with plenty of passionate love bites. After previewing the short demo that just dropped on Steam, I'm feeling confident that My Eerie Lair is precisely my jam. The story revolves around Mary, a spirited young lass bristling under the heavy hand of her abusive father. Dear old dad is eager to see her married off post-haste and would greatly like it if she'd stop menstruating too. Mary, being the independent sort, is not interested in the men her fuddy-duddy father has in mind. Mary also has a habit of bathing buck naked in the river, and it's this hobby that attracts the notice of a vampire on the prowl. For Victor, a character most definitely not modeled after Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, it's lust at first sight when he gets an eyeful of the goods. As a scoundrel who cares nothing for the emotional or physical well-being of others, his game plan is to kidnap her first and woo her later. But before he can carry out his plan, he has to spruce up his dank, depressing vampire castle a bit. Even a vain, selfish jackass knows that to impress her, he needs to turn his haunted house into a haunted home. Of course, his minions will be doing the work, not him. The demo is quite short. It consists of the opening portion of the story and 2 rooms you can decorate to your heart's content. The story is very funny, and I found myself giggling through all of it. It unfortunately ends right as things are starting to get juicy, but judging by the small section where Victor whisks Mary off to his love nest, she's clearly not enthused by her undead suitor. I like the anime-style character portraits that appear next to the dialogue boxes, even if they clash with the less colorful 3D models you see in the dollhouse-like room dioramas. Victor's 2D sprite is very expressive and tells you everything you need to know about him, maliciousness only rivaled by ego. The room decoration is the meat and potatoes of the game. 2 rooms are not much to go by, but I was impressed with what I saw. You have a good number of items to start with, and every now and then, you will encounter a minion with a treasure chest wandering around the castle. Clicking on it opens the box and you will be presented with 3 possible new items. You can only pick one, but I appreciate that the game seems to want to keep expanding the number of decorations at a steady clip. I can't stand decoration games that make you grind for new unlockables by making you place down the same tired items over and over until it takes pity on you and lets you get something new. The conditions to clear each room are not restrictive. You're only required to place down a certain number of items from a specific category before you can advance to the next scene. You could speed through it, but you'd be missing out on the customization system. You can adjust the color of each piece of furniture. I even went, whoa, no way, when I realized I can change the color of the light emitted from the gas lamps. Of course, I made it red, the color of love. This is honestly a really impressive system. You can stack objects on top of furniture with ease. You can turn and rotate and move them around until you get everything exactly where you want it. You can even blow the decorations up, like when I turned a small stuffed animal into a giant-sized plushie. You can change the hue of the dramatic lighting and the weather effects, altering the scene from a dark and stormy night to a gentle winter snow under an eerie crimson blood moon. The system is not 100% perfect. I encountered more glitches than I would have hoped to have seen in my 50 minutes of playtime. The feature that lets you change the size of the item is clearly not calibrated for everything. The items will get bigger, but they'll also get warped out of shape. There were several times when putting down a new item caused the nearby decoration to unglue itself from the floor. At one point, I was moving a table across the room, and 2 of Victor's minions got trapped inside it, but with the release window set for the 3rd quarter of 2026, there's still plenty of time to work out the bugs. Once I unlocked the preview of the game's sandbox mode, I noticed a new tab that allowed me to add each character's 3D model to the scene. I clicked around trying to see if there was a way to pose them so we can build our own dramatic scenes, but if there is, I couldn't find it. Feels like a missed opportunity to put them in a room and just watch them cycle through their idle animations. I hope this is a feature that gets added to the final release, because for now, it feels like we can play with the dollhouse but not the dolls. I also think it could benefit from voice acting, but I won't hold it against the small indie team if that's not in the cards. Despite these criticisms, I'm looking forward to the full release of My Eerie Lair and more shirtless Victor later this year. Tell me in the comments if this looks like a game that scratches your itch for a romantic decorating game as much as mine. If you enjoyed this preview, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I cover otome, romance, and girly pop gaming here on Otome Beat. Thanks for watching.